A controversial United States plan to build an Ebola quarantine facility in Kenya has sparked protests, a court battle, and growing political tensions as authorities push ahead despite legal challenges. The proposed 50-bed facility is being built inside Lake Pia Air Base in the central Kenyan town of Nanyuki and is intended to house American citizens exposed to Ebola overseas. The project comes as East Africa grapples with the rapidly spreading outbreak of the rare Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, which has infected more than 320 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo and spread into neighboring Uganda. Unlike more common Ebola strains, there are currently no approved vaccines or treatments for Bundibugyo. The facility has triggered strong opposition in Kenya, where residents fear the country is being asked to shoulder health risks on behalf of the United States. Last week, demonstrations in Nanyuki turned violent, leaving at least 2 people dead and another injured. Fresh protests were also reported this week, with police using tear gas to disperse crowds. Kenya's High Court has temporarily halted construction and barred the arrival of any patients while it reviews legal challenges filed by civil society groups and lawyers. The petitioners argue that the project was approved without public consultation and it could expose local communities to unnecessary risks. Despite the court orders, reports suggest US military aircraft have continued delivering equipment and personnel to the site. Kenyan President William Ruto has publicly defended the project, describing it as part of a long-standing partnership with Washington and insisting that the government has measures in place to prevent an outbreak inside Kenya. The Trump administration, meanwhile, has made clear it does not want Ebola cases entering the United States. Officials say the Kenyan facility is intended for Americans exposed to the virus but not yet showing symptoms. The proposal has also reportedly drawn criticism from some US public health officials, who argue that treatment and monitoring would be more effective inside the United States. For now, construction remains caught between diplomatic commitments, public opposition, and an ongoing court battle, while fears grow over one of the region's most serious Ebola outbreaks in years.